You're a mean one,
Mr. Grinch.
You really are
a heel, not a baby face. Wouldn't touch you with a 39.5 foot pole.
Yeah, that's how
very
they say
specific.
It. That's how they say it.
Yeah, that song's really slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys, Lextel here.
And I'm Bat Tracy.
Punk Rock Blues.
It's our 25 Days of Christmas annual spectacular tradition of annual traditions. Extravaganza Bash.
Day 12?
It is day 12.
Day 12.
Day 12.
What do we watch?
We watched How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Dr. Seuss is How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
It's just called How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Why does it say Dr. Seuss is
Because it says it on all of them. But the first one and this one, the first one has an exclamation point, this one doesn't, then the third one's called just The Grinch. It's directed by Ron Howard.
Yeah, your favorite director.
I don't like many Ron Howard movies. I think he's...
I owe you $4 for this because it wasn't on Peacock, so I had to rent it on Prime.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I didn't want to come over to pick it up.
Oh, my
We
God.
watched this one separately.
We did.
What's the story?
Well, the story
It's
is...
literally as old as me. Everyone has seen this movie.
The story is The Grinch, but they add a lot of backstory to this one. But it's basically... Everyone knows what The Grinch is, so I'm not going to explain that part. But this one adds a lot of backstory, and it's so basically the Who's are having their Whobilation, and they're, it's a celebration of Christmas time, and they vote on who they want to be the Christmas Cheermeister, yes. Basically, the Who's all have rat faces, and they love Christmas.
Except for the kids. The kids are normal. I don't know if you grow into it.
Yeah, you grow into
Yeah.
having a rat face.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this one adds a lot of backstory to the Grinch about his childhood and where he's from and how he was brought up and, why he lives on the mountain. And also, he's got a dad bod. And, yeah, I think that's the whole story. And then, of course, things go bad at the Whobilation. And the Grinch gets embarrassed yet again. Because as a child, he was embarrassed because he tried to shave his face. And he had to put toilet paper all over. And so he gets embarrassed again as an adult, and he's like, screw fucking Christmas, you fuckers. Not the dialogue. And so then he comes up with a plan that he's going to ruin Christmas for everyone. And so he goes to steal Christmas from the Who's. Not the Who, the band, but the Who's. And yeah, and then he becomes friends with Cindy Lou Who, and he's like, wow, this little girl's cute and adorable. I'm going to give Christmas back. And then he's the fucking hero of Christmas. What's your rating on this one?
I'm going to give this 2 French hens. No, 2 turtle doves.
2 turtle doves?
2 turtle doves, because this is not a good movie. And it's like the Christmas version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. They make you a stupid backstory up for...
So you didn't like this one?
No, I've said it. I hate this movie so much. It's so bad. There's 4 times I laughed, if that.
Okay.
It's not a fun watch. I did not have fun.
I thought this moved at a clip. I thought it was just a breezy... I clicked display, and I was already an hour, 14 minutes into it, and I was like, wow, this is just flown
I started
by.
exactly at 5 o'clock, so I was just watching the time.
Uh,
Yeah, so long. It's an hour 45.
I thought it went by in a breeze.
And,
I'm going to give this one 3 French hens. I previously thought I liked it as a 4, but rewatching it, I was like, it's okay.
Jim Carrey sucks in the role.
So, I'm giving it a 3. I took some notes.
Yeah, I know. I did not like this.
Okay, I'm going to just start.
Okay.
Have you noticed the entire movie just kind of looks smoky? There's just a smoky filter over it.
It's 2000.
It just looked weird.
It just looks like his layer just looks like the Riddler again from Batman Forever.
Just the whole town looks smoky.
I didn't see that.
Who's look like mice? I already said that.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Tambor.
Yeah.
The guy's a dick.
The whole time I thought it was him. I went, no, it can't be Jeffrey Tambor, though. And then I finally got to the credits, and it was Jeffrey Tambor. Or no, I clicked up to see how much time I had left, and it said Jeffrey Tambor.
He's an absolute dickhead in this movie. His character, the worst.
He's the bad guy.
He is the bad guy, but just a dick.
I remember I used to always think the mailman Lou was Dana Carvey, too.
Oh, okay. Did you know who the mom was?
Yeah, it's Molly Shannon.
But did you know originally?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can tell instantly. And her name is, she's second build because it's Molly Shannon.
The Grinch's backstory is fun.
It's stupid.
I like the Grinch's backstory where he is... I love how the babies
I hate that he
born.
knows them already. In the book, he doesn't meet any of the Who's before he steals Christmas. He doesn't have the relationship with Cindy Lou because, when she wakes up, that's the first time they meet, and that's how he can convince her that he's Santa. And this one, they hide him behind the tree. Because in the book, I'm pretty sure they meet face to face.
Yeah.
Because they haven't met yet.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, I like the backstory. I think it's fun how he rides to the Whoville in an umbrella and knocks the other umbrella, and then they adopt him, and then he goes to school and gets embarrassed. I think it was fun. I like the backstory. Also, when I was a kid and watched this, the opening scene of the movie where they're climbing the kids are kind of climbing the mountain and then get scared by the Grinch just scared the shit out of me.
The parents also, like, the Who's that fly in the umbrellas, they don't have names already. Yeah. So the parents are the ones that went, oh, what should we name him? The Grinch. Yeah. So they started it right off the bat. They're old, what do they call them? Their old bags or your old ditties or something? Yeah. Your old something.
So there's a Grinch line I really liked. Yeah. It was when he was sitting in his lair and they were playing Christmas music. He goes, blast this Christmas music. It's joyful and triumphant. Yeah. I really liked that line. The Grinch's schedule is hilarious. When he gets invited to the jubilation, and he's like, well, I'll have to check my schedule. And he's going through and it's like 4:30, wallow in self-pity. 5 o'clock, eat dinner alone. 6 o'clock, wallow in self-pity again. Then it was like 7 o'clock, stare off into the distance. Then 8 o'clock, stare at the ceiling until I pass into this never-ending madness.
4 o'clock, wallow in self-pity. 4:30, stare into the abyss. 5 o'clock, solve world hunger. Tell no one. 5:30, jazzercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked. Of course, if I want the loathing to 9, I could still be done in time to lay in bed, stare at the ceiling, and slip slowly into madness.
I thought that was absolutely hilarious.
He could bump that down to 9 o'clock, because then he could do it while he's in bed.
Yeah. I really liked that. Jim Carrey really hams it up in this movie. Yeah. He goes full bore.
He's just the Riddler again, just over the top.
Yeah, he's so hammy.
I think Bryan Cranston could play the Grinch. Like
I think that'd be pretty good. I don't think now anymore because he's older. But
I recasted like so many people while I was watching. I was like, who should this be? I casted Jeffrey Tambor as Jeffrey Tambor because I thought it was Jeffrey Tambor. Dana Carvey, the guy.
You can't cast him anymore though because he's got those weird allegations about whatever he did.
The mayor's assistant, I think it is. Is it? I didn't check.
I actually have that note.
Oh, okay.
Tambor's assistant was Clint Howard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that...
That's Ron Howard's brother.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What else is he from?
He's in lots of stuff. He was the sheriff, and I'm pretty sure Santa with Muscles. Oh. The tree burning scene was awesome.
The fire looks so fake.
That's my next point.
The effects in the movie, there's so much you can tell what's going to happen before it happens.
I just really like the tree burning scene.
When he goes into Whoville, there's a car crash, and before the cars crash, the headlights already missing. Yeah. And then when they have that Christmas light gun, they never wrap up who wins the Christmas light contest, by the way. Yeah. When they have the Christmas light gun, you can see the lights finish before she's done firing.
That was a good
fire. The fire spreads to the other side of the tree before it hits the first side of the tree that the fire starts on. Okay. Like, the effects all predict themselves. Well, it's stupid.
I really like the bit where Molly Shannon was like, "Oh, Cindy Lou, can you go get the light bulb from the fridge? I forgot that." And the dad's just like, whatever.
And then they changed the name of what a fridge is called. Because when he calls and does the, well, you better go catch it bit, it's not called a refrigerator anymore. It's like it's a sub-chillerator or something.
So my next point was CGI, very wonky. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I know it's 2000, but boy does it look weird. Cindy's brother Drew who? Is Jeremy Howard, who plays Vooch in Malibu Rescue. Oh, okay. I really like that guy. He's also Donatello in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies from 2014 and 2016. He's also in other stuff. He's Kyle in Galaxy Quest. He's the guy in Accepted that wants to blow shit up with his mind. Okay. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. I like him. So they have a lot of Howards in this movie because they have Ron Howard and Clint Howard, who are brothers. Then Bryce Dallas Howard, who's Ron Howard's son. She has a cameo as one of the Who's, like
she's
young Who's.
She's Ron Howard's son.
Daughter, sorry, but she has just one of the. And then Jeremy Howard's in it, but he is of no relation to Ron Howard or Clint or Bryce Dallas. The Grinch Under the Carpet sequence, very fun. Is very fun.
Which one?
When he goes under the carpet, and he's like a snake under the carpet. Oh. I thought that was fun, even though that is in the cartoon. Yeah. But I imagine Jim Carrey like actually got on his hands and knees and was like slithering like a snake under there. So that's fun. I like to imagine that. And then my last note is the Grinch is swole AF because he picks up that sleigh after he makes Max drag it up the mountain. He just picks it up with his bare hands and is carrying the sleigh. Just like, like this.
Martha
like he's
May,
swole
who
AF.
says that when he picks up the tree when they were kids. She's like, what muscles?
Yeah. So those are all my notes.
The one part I liked that got a chuckle out of me is when he does the trick where you pull the tablecloth out from the table and everything stays standing, and then there's like a second and he comes back and knocks over everything and throws the table over.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That's the one bit I like.
There's also the part where the two tiny Who's are driving the tiny car, and he steals it from him, and he's like riding on it like it's a little kid car, and I only liked that because those are in the original The Grinch, the little Who's, and so I was like, that's a nice little nod. But also looked wonky because you can tell it's just two people on a green screen.
They basically throw everything from the originals back in.
It's just they do the half-hour Grinch as the last half hour of this movie. Like the first hour and 10 minutes are like, hey, let's do other stuff. Yeah. And
there are a few Grinch lines I like. I like when he starts rhyming. He goes, "Oh no, I've been talking in rhyme."
Yeah.
It's just like he has a few one-off lines, but otherwise it takes so long to actually be good.
Yeah, I thought this was okay. It's definitely something I would watch again because I do like this movie, but just watching it back, I was like, oh, okay, it's not as good as I remember it. I was saying that I didn't like it as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember watching it as a kid because I was 5 years old when this came out, so I saw it. I didn't see it in theaters, but I saw it. I actually watched it with Joey Job, another name drop. But yeah, it scared me as a child. Like specifically when like the opening sequence, and then when Cindy Lou falls in the mail sorter, I was like, that's scary for a child. Because imagine if you fell in that.
Yeah.
You would die, maybe, or you just get wrapped as a present. I don't know. They didn't really say.
No, you get smashed as the fragile thing.
Oh yeah. Which that was so funny. That was so funny because it's just a machine that's supposed to label a present as fragile, but just goes and smushes it. But also, Cindy Lou's dad, what a cuck. Not a cuck, but just a wimp, just a little wimpy guy. Until the last scene when he's like, Jeffrey Tambor, that's my daughter, mister. Yeah. Don't you say anything about my daughter.
She's sick. She has a reason to be doing this.
I had a reason to be doing this whole movie. And they're like, you didn't do anything in this movie. You just kept carrying around 2 presents or whatever. Martha May. I really like that they give the Grinch a love interest. I thought that was pretty cool.
But it's weird because right at the start of the movie they make her a villain. And then she's the love interest. She's the one with the lights, isn't she?
No.
Oh. What happens to that lady with the lights? I thought that was still Martha May.
That was Molly Shannon.
No, the one that she's competing against.
Oh.
That's Martha May.
Oh, maybe
so you're meant to hate her because you're supposed to cheer for her.
I like the scene when she's interviewing people about the Grinch.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I didn't have a crush on the Grinch. Why would you ask that? And Cindy Lou was like, I didn't ask that. And she's like, oh, okay. Forget about that then.
We don't have to watch the live musical one, do we?
No, absolutely not. That is horrible. I watched that last year when it aired on whatever it did, maybe NBC or whatever. Holy shit, is that terrible. If you want to see something really bad, go watch the Grinch musical live. Oh my god.
That's on Peacock.
0%. We should watch it.
I just said, do we have to watch it?
We are watching the
good one next year.
I don't like that one.
That's so good. Dad said he watched it yesterday.
Yeah. I didn't like that one.
So good.
Do we have anything else to say?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
This is the outro. It's part where we do the outro. Like this, you can give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps the channel out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos and hit that notification jingle bell all the time. So it's free and you can always change your mind, especially this month.
Did you just have a stroke?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you feel your left arm?
All month. I can't feel my right. I got my booster shot today.
Oh.
Especially this month. Every day.
25 days specifically. So there are 6 days where you don't get a video. But potentially we're going to do one later, so maybe. Also, since you're watching this on the 12th, we did 2 videos on the 6th.
Did we?
Yeah, it was Rent, and then I put the American Wrestling thing,
the
Wrestling Awards out on that day, so go watch that if you like wrestling. Was
that good?
Yeah, it was actually pretty entertaining. Because when I was editing it, I was like, is this going to be anything? And it was just 30 minutes of us just talking about wrestling, and it was fun.
Okay.
Yeah. I maybe cut 2 minutes, and I was just like, this is fun. Only if you like wrestling would you enjoy it. Because if you don't know anything about wrestling, you'd be like, I don't know what these people are talking about. But it was fun to watch. Maybe it's just because I knew what it was, but... Yeah. It was fun. I'm Bat Tracy. You can follow me on all my socials down there at Bat Tracy01 or Bat Loves Movies.
I've been Lex. You can follow me on Instagram, Street Jerk, and on Twitter at Eddie. Check out my TikTok at Kesha Was Taken, the best username you'll find on there.
I wonder if that's true, because I follow someone named Piss Gangster, and I think that one's pretty good. It just makes me chuckle. Every time one of her videos pops up, I'm like, that's such a funny username.
What does Piss have to do with TikTok?
Nothing, but it's just funny to me. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, Piss Gangster, what a funny name.
Did Dad show you the TikTok? He was like, it's the kid from the middle. It's like, it's not the kid from the middle. He's like, that's Axel.
Shaver?
He's like, no, he thought it was Axel. I was like, this is not Axel. It's just a guy. I clicked into his profile. I was like, look, this is not, that's the one. You can tell the voice. I was like, the voice was an accent. It's like, this is not Axel. He's like 30s now.
He is, yeah.
This guy's like younger than me. I was like, this is not Axel.
I've seen him in a couple movies, randomly.
It was like Montana Jordan 6, I think is his username. And Dad's like, this is him. I'm like, no, it's not.
He would be verified. Yeah. If you want to follow the channel, you can at Punk Rock Blues.
And you can put our Patreon at patreon.com/punkrockblues. Chuck us $1 or $2 or $3 or $4 or $5 or $6 or $7 or $8 or $9 or $10 or $11 12.
I knew I had enough time to do that.
Not that. That's not tomorrow. Tomorrow's movie. It's
this.
Oh, it's not that?
No.
Oh, right, okay. Crap, okay. Tomorrow's movie is The Elf on the Shelf Presents an Elf Story. Is this better than Will Ferrell's Elf?
Definitely not.
How do we know? Who knows? Bye-bye.